Is your story's antagonist coming off as a cardboard cutout? Are you worried they're boring or too flashy but not really intriguing? Then you'll want to stick around, because today I'm sharing the 4 key ingredients for writing a great villain. Let's get started! Hey guys, Nour here, and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello, I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for weekly writing advice videos. So writing a great antagonist is obviously something every writer strives to achieve. Without a good antagonist, we wouldn't have a good story, because having a good antagonist means we have conflict. Of course, not every story's antagonist is a person. Sometimes it's a natural disaster or internal demons, and that's fine. But if you're writing a villain as your antagonist, as in the person who opposes your hero, then you need to bake them into being with specific ingredients. And I think there are 4 key ingredients. Now, that doesn't mean that those are the only ingredients. When you make a salad, for instance, you put in lettuce, you put in tomatoes, and you put in cucumbers. Those are your key ingredients. But of course, it's up to you to choose a salad dressing and add herbs. All those things make a salad, but the key ingredients are the veggies. And that's what I'm sharing with you today, the key ingredients for writing a great villain. Key ingredient number 1, give your villain motivation and a backstory. We talk about this a lot, especially when discussing the protagonist. Our protagonist wants something, and their goal throughout the book is to accomplish that something. But the same applies to our villain. We're not writing an evil character whose only trait is being evil. That's lame and frankly not believable. Think about it. Even serial killers have a motive and a backstory. They might kill women who look like their mother because in their childhood they were abused by their mom. A villain's motive doesn't have to be reasonable to normal people, but it still needs to exist. Show us what happened in the villain's past to lead them down this road and give them this motive. And make sure it was a combination of events that made them this way. The more complicated their past, the more believable their motive becomes. Key ingredient number 2, make them relatable. But Nour, they're evil. How can we relate to them? Well, remember, you're not just creating an evil character. Something in their past led them to this dark place. Once upon a time, they might have had a more innocent mindset. Maybe they were happy and in love, but then their happiness was shattered when their wife was murdered and they were falsely accused of the murder. Their past doesn't have to be this tragic, but we should still feel their emotion. Even now in their evil deeds, we should relate to them, even if it's in a small way. Are they jealous of the hero for getting the part they wanted to play in a musical and that's why they try to sabotage the hero? Even if we have never tried sabotaging anyone, we have certainly felt jealous of others. Even if just for a split second before our rational mind kicked in. We have all felt betrayed or disappointed or hurt by others. And when you give those emotions to your villain, we can more easily relate to them, even if it's in a small way that we don't want to admit to anyone. Ingredient number 3, give them their own moral code. You might think that villains are immoral, but that's only true if you go by society's objective definition of what moral is. Just because they do things we don't condone doesn't mean they don't have morals. Their morals just happen to be unique to their point of view. Think about Thanos from the Marvel universe. He wanted to get rid of 50% of the world's population to save the universe. From his perspective, he's doing what's right, but from our perspective, this is insane. But in his mind, he's following his own moral code. So when writing your villain, give them a moral code. What do they believe is good? And what do they believe is bad? Are there things they refuse to do, like kill puppies and children? Are there things they would do with no hesitation? Define their moral code so they become believable. And ingredient number 4, give them likable qualities. Yes, I know they're villains, but that doesn't mean they should be cardboard cutouts. They don't always frown and eat the souls of their enemies for breakfast. They have a strange moral code, but they're also charming. They're smart. They're gentle and calm around their family. They love their partner. They have good qualities that make them likable. They just also happen to have terrible qualities that make them awful. They're fully rounded, and that's what makes them a great villain. We never know what to expect from them or when they'll snap or cause problems. So that's all I have for you today. I'd love to know, what's your favorite thing about writing a villain? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out weekly writing advice videos that will take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne and Alan J. Early from my shoutouts here over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president!